You know that nobody saw that thumbnail, did they? I really hope they didn't, because that would be bad. Right, now let's play the game of where is my live stream? Oh god. There we go. Also, is it even an Emma live stream if I'm not like, what? Oh god. If I'm not at least, nope, this is the wrong thing. There we go. Nope, for God's sake. I was going to post something being like, let's see how long it takes for Emma to get angry at her live stream. Very quickly, for God's sake. You can literally take bets on how long it's going to take me to get cross on my own live stream. Okay, it's fine. We've done the thing. The orientation is the correct way around. The orientation is the correct way around. Hi guys, hello. My live streams make me so angry. And it's just the setup. It's just the setup. It's just infuriating. All right, where is my live stream? Oh, and I told Instagram I was going to drop them a link to it as well. Oh, for God's sake. All of the like linking everything up stuff is so tedious. Hello, how are you guys? How are you guys? I can sort of see you in the chat on here, but the chat on here moves so quickly. So let me find it on my laptop. In the sea of notifications, there's too many. Oh my god, speaking of notifications, guys, one of my TikToks has 100,000 views and I'm like, whoops. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Give me 1 second. Where is my live stream? How did you guys find it? Why can't I? Oh no, I found it. You know, yeah, this is like my 10th live stream. Like I'm kind of shook with that. Like I can't believe I've done this many. And obviously a lot of them happen because of lockdown, because we've had nothing better to do. Okay. Incredible. There you go. I finally, for once in my life, put my live stream link on my Instagram, which I never managed to do. Let's stick it on my Twitter as well. Yeah, you guys get notifications. Why can't I get a notification? Really? And yeah, classic Emma fashion. I was, of course, late to my own live stream. I will be late to my own funeral one day. Just watch. Just watch it happen. There are 58 of you. Hello. I forget that every time I go live, there have been like more people arrive in the process, and then like, hello, how are you guys doing? You guys are honestly the sweetest. Alice, I say and click as fast as humanly possible. Oh, I should have notifications to my bloody live stream. Now I clicked the wrong button. Oh my god, now it's on the mini player. And now it's frozen. Great. No, oh for God's sake. Live streaming is so hard. Why is this so hard? Oh my god, finally I clicked the right button. And now it's paused. Adam, stop streaming! I know that you're streaming stuff! Adam, my live stream isn't working! Adam! Adam, get off the Wi-Fi! Okay, we're back, but there's a delay. Does anyone have her TikTok link? Okay, incredible. Right, I'm gonna refresh the bloody page. Right, there's so many comments. Wow, what do I start with? Oh yes, Wi-Fi problems, the story of my time at home, yeah. And then when everyone's trying to stream things, I had to go around, oh, for God's sake. It's not working! Whoever's streaming, stop streaming! Adam is lying to me. My live stream isn't live. Alright. Please provide sanity among us. The US was. Yeah, what's happening with the US? Didn't you guys like elect... Not, you weren't electing Congress, you were representing the House? Was it? And then Georgia flipped it? I saw something about that with what's her name? Stacey Abrams, right? Can someone fill me in on that? Because that looks insane. Random, but it's so funny how you keep saying you're not a booktuber, but your most popular TikTok is book related. I know, it's so ironic. I'm like, I'm gonna go on TikTok and post thirst traps because I want to. And of course, my most popular video is book related. It's like, it's just classic Emma. It's just the irony. I will not lie, the irony is not lost on me. Don't worry. But I'm just like, for God's sake. It makes me laugh. It really makes me laugh. And if anybody has referred to the caption of that TikTok, that's also happening. I don't know when I'm gonna get away with doing that, but I am going to do it. And I know where, and I know ideally by who. And I had, oh my God, what is it today? It's the 6th. I had a thing planned on the 4th, but obviously because of lockdown, it's frozen. It's frozen. Oh, it's frozen. And my tea is really hot, so I can't drink it. I need to keep clicking to go live. Oh, and everything hurts. No, it's really weird watching me back for like a delay. The other thing is I get notifications on here, right? So I can see some of the chat here. I have a laptop down here, so I see some of the chat here. And then I get notifications from my friends. And I've had it before where they've been like watching my live stream. And then, yeah, one of my friends is messaging our group chat going, okay, is anyone else following what's going on in Washington? Somebody said, what did you guys say? Yeah, James, pro-Trump supporters have stormed Congress. What the fuck? Yeah, so it was a Senate race for the control of the upper house. Yeah, America, you guys have had a rough year, huh? You've had a rough year. So Georgia flipped it for the Democratic Party, but Trump supporters have stormed the Capitol. Everything's great. Stormed the Capitol. Genuinely, doesn't that sound like the line from some kind of dystopic novel? Yeah. This is like Hunger Games level shit. Like, storm the Capitol. Fuck. Okay, well, come here. Come here. Welcome to the bubble. Bit of sanity, it'll be fine. Slowly all the things will be okay. But what is wrong with some people? Like, you can't do that. At least you're not supposed to, but dear Lord. But amazing, like, well done Georgia though, that's mad. They were just like insane this year. Also, as a result of the US election, I can now name every single like US state. It's like just like map game where you can like name all of them. I've had a great time during lockdown. Oh dear. Eliza, I think you should get some merch saying this is not a book account. I'm considering changing I'm considering changing like one of my bios being like, I'm not a booktuber or something like that. Oh dear. Oh. Johnny, you scare me with your intensity. And that's on being a fire sign, kids. Some people just can't handle it, but that's all right. Does anyone have her TikTok? It's just at Sarcastic Fish, as everything is. If you're new, you might not know, this channel used to be called Sarcastic Fish. That's why every single handle that I have, the @ sign, is always at Sarcastic Fish. Also because no one steals that. It's better than me having like Angeline 98 or whatever. I also think it's more original. It's also the name of what my like company for this all is. Sarcastic Fish Films. It's a brand name, kiddos. How will lockdown be for you? Lockdown will be boring. Lockdown will be boring. For those of you who aren't in the UK, we have now gone into our 3rd lockdown. And this one is looking like it will stay until at least mid-February, probably longer. My school term has been pushed back to like March, so I'm super psyched about that. A degree we're meant to do in like 2 years is going to take 3, probably even 4. So that's fun, but you know, is what it is. I love the mug. Yeah, it's actually, I guess it's appropriate, right? And it ends with Obama. It doesn't even have the end of Obama's term on it. I think my parents bought it at the airport a long time ago. Still quite an interesting mug. I've mastered the maps quiz as well, lol. It's just like a therapeutic thing to do, isn't it? And like also like the one where you name all the African countries, that one I quite enjoy as well. Oh, also, my friends have complained before about the fact that I make this noise a lot when I'm like thinking or like reading something. So, hope you don't mind. The irony is that BLM supporters got shot at, whereas everyone lets these idiots pass. I know, I saw somebody saying like, oh wow, now Blue Lives Matter. Because obviously it's the same side saying that, and now they're the ones fighting them. Interesting. How quite interesting. Emma, have you seen The Life Aquatic? One of my favourite films. I have. In lockdown 1, I had a Wes Anderson binge for a few days. That was really fun. I feel like I started to see in a full 3 aspect ratio. I was like, oh, colour palettes. Oh, actually, maybe you guys will appreciate this. One of my friends is really into Wes Anderson, like she really loves his films. So there was like, I don't know if you guys follow it, it's the Wes Anderson like account, Accidentally Wes Anderson, and they just post you know, along the lines of his aesthetic, you know, his symmetry, all of the like Morocco themes, pastel colour palettes like that. And they came out with a coffee table book of like travel and stuff, so like I sent her that and like she seemed to really enjoy it. So if you've got any friends who are really into Wes Anderson, like, or if you guys really like him, check that out. He wrote the foreword for it. Yeah, genuinely go check it out. The account, hang on, I'll type it in the chat. The account is, maybe I can put a link to it. Accidentally. Not me spelling things. Accidentally, Wes Anderson. Okay, it's in the chat. Cool. Oh, that's not how you spell accidentally. Accidentally Wes Anderson. Ooh, okay, important. Do you listen to Taylor Swift, Folklore, and Evermore? No, I don't. I'm not a big Swiftie. I apologise. Also, her stuff is like sad. Like, I don't want to be sad. If I'm sad, I'll go, Ophelia, hello! If I'm sad, I'll go like, listen to something sad. But like, I don't want to be sad right now, so... We're vibing bad bitch energy only in 2021. I'm like, I did my being sad. I did my being sad last year and it sucked. You've seen my, what is it? 8-hour-long breakup playlist. Like, we don't need that energy this year. It's not happening. So if I'm sad, I will go listen to it. I like Champagne Lovers though, that's quite a nice song. Oh, Oaf, I miss you. We need to do another Zoom thing, please. Any style of fashion content coming up? P.S. I love your jewelry. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. I'm still like looking for like different rings and stuff. Mainly the snake ring, because this, whenever I catch it on anything, it pulls apart, which is super irritating. So if you guys have any like favorite mid-range jewelry brands, like tell me, DM me, whatever. I would love to know, because I'm like trying to compile a look. You know, it's definitely not Harry Styles related. It's got nothing to do with Harry Styles. And then like half of my jewelry is kind of Catholic as well, which is funny. That's like a Mary Miraculous medal. This is my mum's, which I've stolen off her because it layers really well. And then like all these earrings as well. I'm so happy with them. I usually have like little tiny hoop ones, and I'm like, the hoops are getting bigger. As is the attitude. I don't know, I'm having fun. Because as well, like, the whole like thing about like when you sort of buy style items and in a way that they then like reflect who you want to be and then who people perceive you as, I think is really interesting. Like certain like items of clothing as identifiers for certain like aesthetics, social groups, all of that I think is fascinating. Yeah, Oaf still makes videos. Oaf's still making really good videos. I feel like Oaf is like Ophelia, I feel like you, like me, have thrown all the fucks that you give out the window and are just making the content that you want to, or at least making steps towards that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have run out of fucks to give at this point. I don't give a shit. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh, if I need to finish editing my videos, but we'll stay for a bit. Oh, sad. I need music that gives me serotonin. Any tips? I'm sick of being sad. See, if you read Duplicity, which is a Harry Styles fic that I am balls deep in right now, there is this remix of like Cupid's Heart, an American. It's that Supertramp song, Breakfast in America. That is a bop. It's on my January playlist. I keep making playlists. Oh, hello, there are 100 of you. That might be the most I've ever had in one go on a live stream. Okay, viewers only 99 now, it's fine. But yeah, I make a lot of playlists and I've been doing it by month. So it's not particularly original music style. It's very basic, but like I enjoy it and half of them are TikTok songs. So I don't care. But they're really fun, they're very good pop. I hope this is like being on Zoom together. Yes, with 100 other people, darling. Josie, I'm thinking of taking English literature modules for the rest of my degree. Little nervous about the essays though. Do you have any tips? Read a lot. The more you read and the more you feel like comfortable with a subject, like the easier the essays are. Genuinely, I'd say any of you have a take on that, but like I would say the more comfortable you are with the material, usually the essay writes itself. But you just feel like you have more of a handle on things, and you can see where things link up a lot better. But depending on what you're studying now, Josie, what are you studying now? It's not going to be that different, I don't think. The only thing that always threw me was with when I did a couple English lit modules, when I was allowed to write on just one text and I didn't have to compare it. That always threw me. I was very confused. Emma, Happy Music Rec, Kylie Minogue Disco. I love it. Ooh, language and creative writing modules. Oh, creative writing modules. Yes, that's exciting. That's exciting. I have no idea how to write those essays. Ben, definitely, if I were you, speak to your tutors, your module leaders and people, like whoever's teaching you, your lecturers, speak to your lecturers, tell them like, I've never taken a module like this before, you know, how is the essay going to be different? There was a complet module that I took in my last year, which was like the enlightenment. It's so confusing when you message me on like our normal like WhatsApp and then I see it in the chat. I get so confused. But definitely speak to your tutors, because I had lecturers who then had to explain to the people who were like English students or like French students taking the complet module how our essays differed to what they were usually writing. And they're used to it, like they're happy to accommodate, they just want you to do well. So like go see them at their office hours, just ask generally. But you can't do that because of coronavirus, so drop them an email. Fuck. Coronavirus, what the heck? I hope that helps, Josie. God, I can't believe you guys are all like, how are you guys doing with like corona and like just all of the uni situation? Because I guess I'm quite lucky that I'm not doing my undergrad in these circumstances. Like, fuck. Can you stop smiling and be a little bit more chilled out? You have come to the wrong live stream, my friend. You've come to the wrong live stream, the wrong channel, just the wrong person. The wrong person. Great excuse to buy more books, though. Of course. Actually, I'm here. Right, I'm up north. I'm at my parents' house. I'm here. I have like 3 books. One of which I have already read. Can you please? Can you please? Can you pretty please? I need to buy more books. I know, I need to buy more books. Can you please drop me your book recs at the moment? I need to read things. I need to read things. I study with the Open University, so not much change from pre-lockdown. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it's always on, they were always online anyway. They must have been fine with all of this. Even more important question incoming: fuck, marry, kill, Saoirse Ronan, Margot Robbie, Dakota Johnson. You can't do this to me. I want to marry all of them. I just want to marry all of them. You know I can put users in timeout, right? You are aware of that. Ooh, Beloved by E.S. Thompson. Demons by Dostoevsky. Ooh. I'm just gonna mentally note where in the live stream this is so I can come back to it. 21 minutes. I'm pleased you're happy, but it's so... Are you okay? I'm pleased you're happy, but it's too much. How can everything make you laugh? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Some people... Are you okay? Then leave. You know, funny. I need motivation to read. I can't, right? I have had The Alchemist sat on the coffee table in front of me for like weeks now, and I can't bring myself to start reading it. I am reading fanfiction, and that doesn't give, like, fanfiction does something to my levels of serotonin that I cannot comprehend. Just like this, everything I needed. And it's so long as well. It's so good. But man, it is hard to, like, I guess if motivating to read, you'd have to read something that you're excited to read. Fanfiction is addictive, isn't it? Like, what do they put in it? Well, we know we know the answer to that. We know what they put in it, but like, why can you not put it down? It's so hard to put it down. Ooh, The Citadel. Which fanfiction is Duplicity? I think her name is Jules, and she's writing it. She's still writing it. It's not completed, but it's really good. I personally reckon there are going to be more books, because I don't understand how, like, everything that's been going down will, like, finish by the end of the book. So I reckon there will be multiple books. Leaves of Grass is for my poetry unit. Ooh. Tolstoy by day, Harry Styles fanfic by night. Range, baby. Range. Need more vlogs, please. I am editing a vlog. I have a Christmas vlog. I do these every year. I still haven't finished it. It's also currently an hour and 20 minutes long, but I don't think any of you are going to be upset if I post a vlog but it's like an hour long. It's quite a chill one, which is quite nice. Just calm. Oh, Happy New Year! Revolutionary America. Beer Town by Frederick Backman. By the way, I have a Goodreads, but I have a Goodreads shelf where I put all of your recommendations on. Where do you read fan fiction? Oh, honey, Wattpad. Wattpad. It's one of the things Wattpad is, like, mainly, like, very, very well known for. I have been reading fan fiction on there since I was 14, and every once in a while I stopped for a very long time. That's not too true. I read like a Dark Harry. I think it's called Dark Harry. I think it's called Dark. Fic, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Wattpad, Emma, no. Emma, yes. Wattpad. What is AO3? What is AO3? You know what AO3 is? I read fanfics on Tumblr, LMAO. Read fanfics on Tumblr. I haven't gone on Tumblr in a very long time. If you want wine content, you're gonna love the vlog, because Mum and I, so don't mind me outing how middle class we are. Mum and I have Wine Trivial Pursuit, and we play Wine Trivial Pursuit, and we really enjoy it, and it's so much fun. And I ordered Wine Monopoly, and the different lots on the Monopoly board are different wine areas. So, like, you know, where it's like meant to be like Park Lane and whatever, Mayfair Park Lane, instead it's like Chateauneuf du Pape and Champagne. So, like, Oh dear, I'm too excited for it to arrive. I'll show you guys when it arrives. Oh dear. So AO3 is archive of our own. Ooh, interesting. Because I generally know Wattpad very well. I read on Tumblr, I'd read like the shorter like Imagines one where it's like YN. Interesting. I can't believe you didn't know what AO3 is. Jesus Christ. Thank you for educating me. How do you guys know? You guys know. Interesting. Okay. What makes AO3 superior though? Tell me. Give me like, is it the reason I think it is? Is it just like better, is it just better smut? I feel like I should maybe learn to delete fanfictions, delete live streams after I've done them, because do I really need other people knowing that still at age 22 I am reading fanfictions? Oh god, I'm 22. Oh god. Oh dear. Da, 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 da. Better writing, interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I read fanfiction for that writing quality. Better writing, longer fics, less 13-year-olds. Okay. I think I'm immune though maybe to like the quality of fanfiction writing because I have obviously been reading it for such a long time. And I think maybe because most of the fanfics I have generally read have been One Direction fanfictions. And I think the fan base has its like largest thing on there. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Are you gonna get any reading vlogs or readathons in 2021? Well, yeah, because I've got fuck all else to do. I feel like O3 has a bit more barrier to entry, so it feels better in quality. Interesting. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll have a look. If you guys have any fic recommendations for that, defo drop me a line. Once you discover well-written fics, your world is going to be rocked, Emma. Oh gosh. You all look terrible. Ooh, if you're into historical fiction, Mornings in Jenin by, where's that gone? By Susan Abdul Hawa is really good. Ooh. Yes, you can definitely give me historical ones. Of course, this devolved into a conversation about fan fiction. Someone commented on one of my TikToks being like, your live streams are wild. Your live streams are wild. Oh god, I really don't have any filter. I need more of a filter, or I need to learn to delete these after I've done them. Are some comments just hidden on special mode? Some people I put in timeout if they like spam me. Oh, he said Patreon. No, I don't have a Patreon, and I have no intentions of having one either. Like, because like I'm not a creator whose entire like income, whatever, is based on this platform in any way. So I will always keep my content like this free, because this is not like my end goal kind of thing. I make movies, even though you're all like, you're a booktuber. I'm like, I make movies. Oh, by the way, guys, if you comment something on like a question and I don't answer it, you can comment it again. I might not have seen it. The chat moves very quickly. What are you reading, ETM? Yes, so I'm currently reading. I'm telling myself I need to read The Alchemist, and I'm reading Duplicity. That is what I am reading. If you guys have recommendations for a haters to lovers arc, I would really appreciate that right now. Please, a really good haters to lovers arc. This is why I enjoy Draco Malfoy fanfictions, because they almost always have like an element of hate in them, and there's something about somebody who like hates your guts and then falling in love with you anyway. Like, they saw all the bad parts of you, they knew that you were an arsehole, and they still fell in love with you anyway. Oh, French kiss. I think it's like a better kind of, because they never had any illusions of how much of a dick you were, or how much of, like, you know, vice versa. So like, they fall in love with who you genuinely are, because they've seen past all of your pretensions and they know the worst side of you and do genuinely love you unconditionally. Ugh, that hits the spot, doesn't it? Ugh. The Hating Game. Oh, brilliant. Oh, and also for like any historical haters to lovers. What, I want to run around mentally in pretty dresses. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Thank you. Holy Bible of Lovers to Enemies. I've heard The Alchemist isn't as good if you've been hyped up. Very intrigued to hear your thoughts later. Yeah, a lot of people, that's what I've been finding, is a lot of people's reaction to it is like, or it changed my life, or they think it's trash. It's like one or the other. There's no in between. So I'm very skeptical to read it, so we'll see. Thinking of reading more classics fictions. Any recommendations? My obviously go-to classic is Montaigne, but if you haven't read the Iliad and the Odyssey, read those. And I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I will say that until every single one of you has read it. Both of them. What style of films would you like to work on? I quite enjoy anything that's a bit more stylized. If you like, I really love period dramas. Just watch me make a bunch of really gay period dramas. That's the goal, isn't it? That's the dream. You'll definitely catch me making that. So basically, Doug Judy and Jake Peralta, yeah. That's great. Lovers to hate, haters to lovers arc, isn't it? Lots of you asking about, did I watch The Queen's Gambit? I did. It was fucking incredible. And I still suck at chess, which is really depressing. But yeah, no, that was an incredibly well-made series. Like, for fuck's sake, they made chess interesting. You just have to give them props for the fact that they made chess interesting. I always have a couple qualms of, like, the classic male man writing a woman having a breakdown, and they're like, oh, she's going to sit around in, like, lingerie with, like, something else draped over her, and, you know, a cigarette and some booze and some, God forbid, she eats snacks. I just find that was a little bit silly because they always consistently look sexy, but you know. Emma, I'm trying to read the Iliad, but I don't get it, lol. Am I dumb, or is it hard to get through at first? No, of course you're not dumb. Sometimes it can just be a bit hard if you're like, you're not too familiar with classics, you might miss a few of the references. I think it's maybe tough to get into if you've never read anything like that before, but it generally will, like, it picks up pace. Or maybe even read Song of Achilles, which is based around the Iliad sort of first, and then read, just because then you have like a contemporary way in and a contemporary framework, which seems more familiar, and then I think it translates a bit better. Watch me telling you to read Song of Achilles before you read the Iliad, but I think that might be, for some people, a really good way in. Ooh, one of my favourite guilty pleasure bad films. Mine is Resident Evil. Even played the games. I really like, oh shit, okay, first of all, Twilight. And I really like, it's not Resident Evil. What is it? Underworld. I really like the Underworld series. I super like those movies. I cannot explain to you why, but if they're like vampire, like, is she a vampire? Not vampire slayers. It's like this like war between like werewolves, or they've got like lichen or something, and then like the vampires. I just find that maybe I'm just maybe I'm just massively bisexual, but it really floats my boat. Just anything where the main character is a woman who's massively kick-ass and probably has a knife strapped to her. Yep, and that'll float my boat. Wait, are you gay? I am bi. Somebody going, oh, you knew her. You're so funny. Should you know the story behind ancient Greek lit before reading it, reading the actual text, or is it pretty clear on first read? Because I've known it for a long time, I can't comment on that, I'd say. I don't think, see, because it's classics, I don't really believe in spoilers per se. So if anything's confusing, just go and just like look it up. Especially because, you know, it's the first like written account of an oral tradition. That's one of the reasons you'll find that it's very repetitive. Some sections are repetitive, it's a way of like remembering it. So like, you know, if you're flicking between Wikipedia and whatever, because I did that when I was reading even Song of Achilles and Circe, I was like being like, oh shit, who are they again? Because they're just stories that you learn and then you just have them in the Iliad and the Odyssey. It's one of the reasons that I really need to read Ovid's Metamorphosis, or is it Metamorphosis? Because these are all like the myths and stuff that you know them anyway, like somewhere in the recess of your mind, at least if you grew up in like Western culture. So genuinely, it's up to you. It's like whatever makes it easiest and most enjoyable for you to read it as an experience. Underworld is really good. All my friends think it's trash though. Yeah, it usually goes that way, isn't it? Oh dear. I really enjoy them though. But sometimes, what is it about? Like some things that just like, you know, objectively this is terrible, but why do I love it so much? Like 50 Shades of Grey, or like why am I rewatching Twilight? I rewatch the entire series when I'm sad. I think I rewatched it like a year ago. Oh gosh. Okay, so we know that you read both good stuff and sometimes, and obviously sometimes trash, as you thoughts on Stephen King. I don't read Stephen King. His stuff doesn't float my boat. I'm not really big into horror and stuff. Also, you know, his books are so long. I see a book like that and I just nope out the equation immediately. I'm like, no, what? No, I'm not gonna read that. My brother, however, I think he's currently got one of his books on the coffee table. Like he reads his stuff a lot, and Louis has good taste. I never said that. But yeah, I think that's like what he really enjoys, and he's read a lot of his books. Not for me though, but I'm not gonna judge. I read fanfiction. Is it really bad that I loved reading the Percy Jackson series? I love the different take the ride had on the mythology. I've never read them, and I think I've only seen the first film. So why do they always mess up those adaptations? They always fuck them up somehow, don't they? They're never as good as you need them to be. But I don't know, I feel like that's a really good way of like getting kids into like Greek mythology, and also it's just such a rich like area to like bring things from, and with like kind of lore and all that kind of stuff, and how like the rules are set out with gods. It's really entertaining, it's fascinating, and honestly, like if it's bringing it to a new generation, like why not? I haven't read them, but I feel like it's the kind of thing I'd probably buy my kids. I just find the Stephen King novels unnecessarily long and boring. See, this is the one reason I've never tried to read them, is they just look really long. I've watched a couple of his when they get turned into films, but I'll watch the films. Like I don't think I have a problem necessarily with the stories. Film is terrible, change the story so much. Yeah, and I feel like I get the impression, did anybody watch ever the Alex Rider? I read the Alex Rider books when I was younger. I really liked those. I was very in love with him. If you guys don't know, it's like this teenage boy who becomes a spy. Amazing. And the first book was called Stormbreaker. They turned that into a film and they fucked it. How did they fuck it? I think often it's like you get people who don't necessarily know the story and they change it so much in a way that it really does ruin it. Like they really just ruin it. And I think sometimes it's from like, if you're trying to make it too much like sounds dumb, but if you're trying to make too much like a film, or to meet certain criteria that in theory work better for a film, to like make it more marketable or whatever, and blah 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 blah, or just thinking it will sell just because, or sometimes they think it's going to do really well, so they throw so much money at it that you don't need to think creatively almost anymore with the material, and just like assume it's going to do well, and then it obviously flops because like you see that happen time and time again with sequels. If you think about Elizabeth as a film, it's an incredible film. Elizabeth Golden Age is really bad. One of my tutors was saying their theory on it is that because that money, that sequel had so much money, that none of the cinematography is original. Basically, when you're trying to make something and you have no limits put on it, it doesn't test your creativity in any way, and if you get everything you ever asked for on a set, and when money isn't an object, you do have a problem. And I think sometimes with things like Percy Jackson, then with that first film, or with Alex Rider, where they think they have an entire book series they can adapt, or this can be the next Harry Potter or whatever, they do throw a lot of money at it, and the right, like, expensive people, but not necessarily the right people. That is just my take on that. Any skincare tips? I ordered skincare. Basically me ordering things to my parents' house is me accepting I'm going to be here for all of lockdown. Yay! Have you seen The Exorcist? I have seen The Exorcist. I quite liked The Exorcist, actually. I thought it was really funny. I think a lot of horror films are funny. If it's not gonna scare the shit out of me, it's gonna make me laugh. The one things that I don't do very well with it. I thought The Exorcist was fine, but I can't. When it comes to things with more like anything like Catholic, I get really scared. Oh, I've never been able to make it the entire way through Amityville Horror. Never. I've never been able to make it the entire way through. There are some films that I want to watch. Like, I really want to watch Rosemary's Baby, but I've never been able to bring myself to watch it. I think the Purge films are hilarious, by the way. They just really make me laugh. Emma thinks violence is funny. Why is Emma in therapy? Interesting. What are your thoughts on The Second Sex? I haven't been able to read it yet, and now it's in London, and I don't have a copy. I'm so angry I don't have it. Madalena, to the person finding reading the Iliad difficult for the first time, there is here in Italy there is an I'm so dyslexic. Here in Italy there is an high school path called Classical High School, translation where you study both Latin and ancient Greek as the main subject for 5 years, and you spend a semester only on the Iliad. Wow. It is hard, but you will enjoy it. It is hard, but you will enjoy it if you take it as a long read. Yeah, it's a commitment. Reading the Iliad and Odyssey is a commitment, and I do also think that the edition that you choose makes a big difference. Whether you're choosing something that is put back into something that is translated then as prose, or something that's put back into some kind of verse. That's the word I wanted. I haven't seen Get Out, actually. The person who commented that, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Get Out. I should. I've always wondered if actors can watch horror films without laughing because they know the people and the tricks behind it. I've wondered about that. I have wondered about that. I feel like if I want to make a horror film at some point. I feel like if it's edited well, it should still be scary. Like, it might be kind of like weirdly dissociative if like you're watching yourself and like, but it should still be scary if the editing is good. I watched the term 5 film I worked on with my friends a little while ago now, obviously. But they're the films from the terms above us at school, who they have like an entire set, they have days shooting on location. So obviously I watched them film the entire thing, but then when I watched it as a film, it was kind of bizarre because like there's this one like scene where they have with this cake, right? And like between every take, I had to grab the cake, run to like wash all the cake off, then like clean all the cutlery and stuff, bring it back, reset the cake shot with their like production designer, and then we had to do that each time because of coronavirus, which was really fun. So when I was like watching it, like you used to forget into the story, but then you have these weird moments of like the fucking cake, or like, oh shit, that jumper, or like, oh yeah, that weird angle, that was funny. Everyone like lost their shit about 5 minutes into doing that shot, or like because you don't really spend, we have Vera monitors, but like you don't really spend that much time looking at it. But once it goes, if you've got a good editor, once it goes through the edit, like you should be able to enjoy it like as a this like thing that you're watching, and you're like, even though you have your memories attached to each like shot and scene and stuff, like because you know what's outside of the like shot, if it's edited well, I don't think it makes a difference, and like you should be able to watch it as a normal film. Like that's how I feel about my film that I made. Have you read Oblomov? No, I haven't. My mother bought it for me as a Christmas present. That's why it's on my Goodreads. Yeah, I need to watch more of Jordan Peele's films. I have a challenge for you. Say 999 Sweet. It's almost like it's my first language. Oh, it's Umi. I hope it's how you say it. I'm sorry. Started reading Half the Yellow Sun because I recommend it. It's fucking amazing, isn't it? It is stunning. I cried so much at the end of that. It's just, oh, it's sad. Her TED Talks are really good. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's TED Talks are really good. It's her We Should All Be Feminists. That's a really famous one. I've got that in text as well. Capernaum was the most beautiful, heart-wrenching film I've ever watched. I found it a while ago on a plane, and man, let me tell you, I was sobbing. I've seen that. It is a very good film. It's one of those like festival circuit films, but it is really, really good. The point of view is a little bit strange in terms of how it's like following one character and then start following another. But it's a very good film. I do really recommend it. Like, shit, did I recommend that in a video at one point as well? I've definitely spoken about it. Maybe I haven't put that, might not have put that video up yet. No, I don't know. No, I did put it up. Live stream has paused. Honestly, I need to read some Murakami. I finished reading South of the Border, West of the Sun. Felt like I was floating through life for the next few days. I was like, I have no meaning and nothing matters. I love Murakami. Somebody DM'd me recently saying that he's got a new book coming out, which I'm excited for, but also kind of scared for, because you're like, oh shit, what if it's crap? But I think the next Murakami I probably should read is Kafka on the Shore. Your TikTok is my church. What does that mean? What does that mean? Martha? What does that mean? Divergent is a guilty watch. I've never watched Divergent. I think I missed out on the whole like, what was it like? Oh, there's that time when they made so many of these like dystopian teen novels into movies, when they were doing all the Hunger Games, and they were doing Divergent, and they were doing like Maze Runner and stuff. I was never too into those, but maybe should I watch them now? Kafka on the Shore was wild. I loved it. I should really read those. Ooh, what is your favorite Murakami? Mine is After Dark, because I love the jazz vibes. I might just buy a bunch of Murakami and just like crunch through it. He's written a lot, which is just amazing. I just love Murakami. I don't know, what is it about him? I'm committed now, buying all of Murakami's books. Same, dude. Like, in my vlog I have spoken about South of the Border, West of the Sun, so you'll have to tune in for when that comes out. I think there's something about how he captures the human experience that really resonates with me. Ooh, go. We paused again. Go to YouTubers, other socials, podcasts, blogs. So I've watched a lot of people for a long time, and in fact there might be some people I've watched for a very long time. I watched Fleur de Force. She has been my, like, weirdly, her vlogs for all of lockdown have been like your, like, kind of little sort of safe space. I found them very comforting and very just like, I don't know, reassuring and very like calm, and they're not like stressful in any way, and they're just like her renovating bits of her house and her being like, oh, here is my cute child. I'm like, oh, cute child, and the dogs, and I'm just like, dogs, and like I'm just like, they're like a very nice, safe, I don't know, calm little sort of bubble, if you like, because I guess like I'm still not at that life stage in any way, you know, I'm not married with a kid in my own house and stuff, but it's very nice to like chill there for a bit. I really like Melanie Murphy. She recently had a baby. I've been watching all of these people for so long. We're all married and have kids now. It's like, not when I started watching you. You were a single 20-something living your best life, and now you're living your best life and you're married with a child. Yeah, I've been watching them a lot, and I watch Shannon Rhodes as well. She's also married with a child, and she's pregnant at the moment with her second child, and they just bought a new house. I watch all these grown-ups. Most people I watch seem to be at least 30. Or then the other like group of people that I watch are like, do you guys watch Moya? I think that's how you say her name. And then obviously Best Dressed. Has anyone seen what Ashley has done with her hair? It's half it's blonde, half it's not. And then who else do I watch? Ophelia, obviously. That's it, because I think I've spent way too much time on TikTok recently. I don't know about you guys, but my screen time at the moment is atrocious. It's atrocious. Oh, I love Melanie. She's so sweet. She really is, and I just like her insights on things. Have I read any of Marquez's books? No, still I haven't. That's obviously something I need to do. I will do it at one point. But again, those are really like long books and they just intimidate me. I think that's why starting with Murakami has been like easier, because some of his books really aren't that long. South of the Border, West of the Sun isn't very long. What I talk about when I talk about running isn't very long. Norwegian Wood isn't that long, but I feel like now I like Murakami enough that I feel like I can commit to the longer things, you know? Oh, what are your favourite clothing shops? I love a sweater you're wearing. Thank you, I stole this off an ex-boyfriend. And now it has become, Louis is calling it our favourite jumper, and I'm like, my brother is like calling it our favourite jumper because he has stolen this jumper too. So you can imagine my delight when I was like, that bastard's moved across the country and he's wearing my ex-boyfriend's jumper. And he doesn't think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. Should I go to a boarding school? LMAO, my dad wants me to go. If you want to go, go. If you don't want to go, have a serious conversation with your parents about that. Everyone I knew who was made to go to school kind of felt like it was exile. Anyone who wanted to go kind of had more of a time of their lives. Like, I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. My friends, most of my friends wanted to be there and stuff. We really enjoyed it. I genuinely think it's about, you know, what you as the individual want, not necessarily like what your parents are like forcing on you. But you know, have a considered conversation with them, and hopefully they should like respect your feelings in that regard. Oh, but I did just I obviously have no clothes here. I literally came up and I brought all of my sweatpants and stuff, and one sparkling dress, because I didn't think it was going to be here that long. It's happened twice now, I should know better. But I've ordered just a bunch of stuff with Brandy Melville. I know they have a one size fits all thing, which is annoying, but their stuff always fits me because I got no tits, got no boobs. I don't buy trousers off of them anymore, apart from their sweatpants. Dudes, their sweatpants are so comfy. So I just bought like another pair because I have a grey pair. So I bought another pair of black and another pair of navy. They're just so good, they're just so comfy. And with the whole like oversized trend that's like picking up a lot in the UK, I'm really like enjoying that. I think that just comes from I think it is a TikTok influence thing with so much style on TikTok. And then obviously because we share a linguistic culture, I think the UK is taking a lot of that like more casual oversized American aesthetic of clothing. It's very Gen Z, but it's very, I think it's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm just like, yes, because this is an extra large, for example. So that's nice. I also bought a coat. It's on my Instagram. I posted on Instagram. I bought a new coat. I'm very happy about it. Have I seen the news just now? Oh God, what's happened now? What's happened now? What? Is it still them storming the Capitol? Yeah. Oh gosh. There are people with guns. Violence. How is this real? Violence engulfs Capitol as Trump supporters run riot. What the fuck? What is America? Oh, Jesus Christ. Trump supporters get inside Washington's Capitol building as lawmakers meet to confirm Joe Biden's poll win. What in the fuck? Gosh. And obviously, they all have guns. That's safe. Gosh, watch Bridgerton. I will watch it. I will watch it. Will I watch it? Will I watch it? It's the mixing of like the Rococo aesthetics and like the Regency style for me that I'm kind of like, I've seen it, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I will watch it. Somebody DM'd me, this was fucking hilarious, somebody DM'd me a tweet that was like, all of the like names on Bridgertons would make excellent Pomeranian names, and when I tell you I laughed, I giggled so much. If you're new here, Emma definitely wants a Pomeranian. However, I feel like I will get a Pom when I'm like middle-aged. I feel like when I'm a bit younger, I would very, very much like a Spaniel. Because my criteria for a dog, right? This is my criteria for a dog. Small enough to hold it like a baby, big enough to take it on a run. Are you interested in politics? Yes, I think everyone should be interested in politics, because if you are not interested in politics, you're okay with how the status, like, you're okay with the status quo. I don't believe in the concept of being apolitical. If you say you're apolitical, it just means that you're okay with the way the system is, because the system benefits you. So I think everyone should have an interest in politics. It's like having an interest in food. Everyone has an interest in food, because we all need it. Are you happy? Yes, I'd be vibing. How many... Did you hear there will be a 4th season of Borgen? What's Borgen? Is that Danish thing? I swear my parents had it. That's a Danish thing. Why is there an account called Emerson1841 going, who's your favourite president? It's not here. I don't know who anyone is. Some Theodora. Theodora. Some music recommendations. My Spotify is at sarcastic_fish. I've been making playlists every month for the funsies. That's how I very, very much been coping. And I put it all on like a master playlist for 2020. So for context, hang on, I'll say what it says on my Spotify. So my 2019 entire year playlist was 3 hours and 38 minutes. My entire 2020 playlist was 18 hours and 44 minutes. So I used that to cope with lockdown. My January playlist is already 47 minutes long. My December playlist was 3 hours long. My November playlist was 3 hours long. My September-October playlist was 3 hours long. And my August playlist was 2 hours long. So, and it's not just me putting WAP on every single playlist over and over again. But maybe I should do that, because it is a bop. Ooh, yeah, the Danish drama, yeah. Maybe I should watch it. I don't know, I haven't been watching very much TV. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't binge watched TV in a very long time. Maybe that's because I have been making movies, so that I'm like, I don't want to see a fucking anything anymore. My 2020 playlist is more than a day long, 28 hours. I've got to give you props for that. That's fucking impressive. That's really impressive. Oh, they put it on Netflix. So they put the Danish drama on Netflix. Interesting. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say on Netflix, that's gone on Netflix, is the last season of Sabrina, Teenage Witch. I'm so upset that they've cancelled it. I cannot believe that we keep making Riverdale, but they're not going to keep making Sabrina. Sabrina is the superior show. I will fight you all on this. I am so in love with Nikki. Oh my god, he floats my boat so much. Oh shit, and what's the other one called? Like, I haven't watched this in ages. Sabrina's cousin. He's so good looking. Sabret. Oh, and then the other one as well. Oh god, she's really pretty too. What are they called? I follow literally all of them because they're just such attractive human beings. Thoughts on Ross Lynch though. I think he's cute, but I don't think he doesn't float my boat in the... Also, Michelle Gomez is just... Michelle, oh, she's also... Yes. Oh, God, what's her name? It's the Tati girl. She's one of the mean, like sisters. Oh, God, she's gorgeous. Oh, yes, it is her. Oh, God, she's... Tati Gabriella, she is beautiful. She is absolutely stunning. And then... It's really annoying when they don't have pictures of the actors. I'm like, can you please? Oh, yes, Gavin Leatherwood. Oh, I just think he's gorgeous. Also, Charles Melton. He is also gorgeous. Oh, gosh. Anyway, we were in the middle of a live stream. I've been a fan of Ross Lynch since like 2012. Oop. Different tastes, baby. Different tastes. Did you ever listen to Good Influence with Gemma? Her podcast is Gemma Stars' podcast is The Good Influence. I've actually never listened to it. I feel like I should. I'd be excited to. I'm just not that into podcasts. Who are the podcasts that I will listen to though? Oh my lord, this will take a few of you back, I hope. Alex Gaskarth and Jack Barakat used to have the guitarist in All Time Low. They used to have a podcast called Full Frontal. I listened to that way back in the day. I used to listen to Jenna and Julian's podcast. Obviously now back in the day. Cries. I really recommend the FT have like an hour-long podcast, but they also have like 10-minute ones, like briefings, which I quite rate. I quite like that one. But that's about it on the podcast front. I just don't really listen to them. I think I just prefer listening to music. Oh, a friend of mine sent me the link for a podcast. What's his name? Kirsten Bell's Dax Shepherd. He has a podcast, right? And I think Sophia Coppola was on his podcast. So there's an episode of that I've got bookmarked that I need to read, listen to. Yeah, I should get more into podcasts because I've just been replacing a lot of time with music, but maybe I should just listen to some podcasts. Interesting. When you're with your family, do you speak English or Dutch? We speak a combination of the two. We are master code switchers. It's called code switching, isn't it? I always end up with the weirdest tabs open after this. Yeah, it's code switching. And we do it in the weirdest ways. Sometimes we'll say English things with Dutch accents and like Dutch things with English accents, and it gets very confusing. I clocked my parents once in a conversation. I think it was about 20 minutes, and they changed languages maybe 50 times. And it's super interesting to see like what will change a word. Like what word will like trigger the changing of like languages. Often it's for words that we just never say in English. I get really confused. There's one word that always gets me. Is what is it called that you put under like a pot when you're going to put it on a surface? What is the word for the thing you put under it? Because I just don't use it. I just don't know what the English is. And it's very interesting, like if it's family, then we'll like speak about it in like Flemish. Because obviously we don't talk to or about our grandparents really in English. So like that'll do it. Yeah, I also don't notice it. To any of my bilinguals out there, like I don't notice the change in my languages because I obviously know both of them so well that like it's kind of the same. My brain just doesn't clock it. It's like my brain knows something is different, but I couldn't be able to tell you. Would you ever consider getting into comics or graphic novels? Last Airbender continued as after it was a TV series, it continued as a comic. I have those and I really enjoy them because I get to look at the pictures. I don't have to read. I could just look at the pictures. And if any of you are ever a fan of that, I think it translates really well from the TV series to the comics graphically with everything. I think it's a very, very good transition, to be honest. So I enjoy it. It's not necessarily my like yeah, I mean like my thing, but I really, really enjoy that because I was a fan of the show for such a long time. What do you think of influencer culture? I just read that Kylie Jenner's gonna sell sanitizers now, and I was like, OMG, dude, do you not have enough money already? I mean, these people are businessmen, like these people are businesses. They're not just, because when you're an influencer, you become a brand. So there's a weird like identity thing there. Like you are not just you as a private individual, you are a brand, you are a business. It's your image and yourself that is selling a product. So I guess in a weird way, is she selling it or is her company selling it that she is the face of, or is she just selling it? I feel like where there's an opportunity, people will always try and make money. Like we live in capitalist cultures. But yeah, people don't generally tend to stop making money. They tend to make more money with the money they already have. Unless some people just like also enjoy it. Not everyone wants to just like make the money, pack it up and live on an island. Except that would be ideal. We should send them to live on an island. But everyone quarantined for 2 weeks beforehand and we all got tested, so it's fine. Yeah, Kylie could give out hand sanitizer for free. Yes, she fucking good. Zodiac playlists. On Spotify, you should check out Rosie Rosiera Marty. I'm dyslexic. This playlist especially has Zodiac playlist. There's so much great music to discover. You're all a terrible influence on me. I would very much like any music recs that you have. Thank you. And I just catch me on the Aries playlist like I feel so called out. I feel so called out by all of those like Zodiac memes, because I just fall into so many but like Aries tropes. It's not even funny. I'm just like, the fire energy, like the fire sign energy is like ridiculous. And I was having a conversation with my mother about it, because a lot of her colleagues are Italian and a lot of the Italians are really into it. So she has these lively discussions with me. She'll have to discuss it with me. She's an air sign, so we're always like joking about how like that affects like our relationship. And then my grandmother, her mother, me and my grandma get on so well, and I'm like, of course we do, she's a Leo, so fire sign energy. And then she's always like done with our shit, but like of course she's an air sign. Best place for cheap books, secondhand. Buy them secondhand if editions don't matter. Because you can buy them secondhand. You can buy them via Amazon. If you can also buy them on Hive. If you want to buy them new, they're often actually cheaper than Amazon. Or bookshop.org if you're in the US. The Avatar comics, I still have to read those so bad. I've rewatched Avatar and Korra like 17 times. Honestly, they're really good comics. I highly, highly rate them. And it still has the incredibly strong moral compass that the show did. So I highly, highly rate them. Being bilingual is quite hard. Sometimes you just fully blank. My mother frequently explains how her brain has turned to mush. And I'm like, why is your brain mush? It's like, well, I've spoken like 4 languages today. And I'm like, oh, okay. Flax, but okay. My dad's a Leo, but we don't really click. And I'm a Sag, lol. I love my Aries babies. What can you say? My little brother's Sagittarius, and that's like the funniest thing, because he's like fire sign energy, but like woo, it's like it's on fire energy. I'm like, oh god. I do love popping in secondhand bookshops. My god, I'm so sad that they're all closed. I was gonna do, because you know my like favourite bookshops in London, VID. You all really rated that. Depends on gender. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I was gonna do one where it was like secondhand bookshops, and I was going to do one with all my favourite bookshops in central London. That hasn't happened, obviously. I've even like recruited. The fun thing with having film school friends now is I'm like, hey, who wants to film this video for me? I'll pay you in food. Charity shops are a very lucky dip for secondhand books, but you can find my friend, she gets all of her cookbooks. Sag is in saggy. In my head I always go sag, because I know the end of the word, but I'm gonna read it as saggy. Thank you. Sag. What sci-fi books have you read? None, because it does not interest me. Why do I call my own site saggy tits? It's not funny. How do you like living in London? It's my dream to live there, lol. London is my favourite place, and I miss it very dearly. I feel like I need to, at one point, move out and live somewhere else. I have the Ratatouille dream, manifesting. The Ratatouille dream, live Paris, or just in France, really. London is a good city. London has range, and like, I think no matter what kind of person you are, you will find an area of London that really floats your boat. If you're like cool and edgy, you'll like East London and stuff. I personally am neither of those things. So I'm much more like West London or like Hampstead. I love Hampstead so much. I'm just like a North and like West London kind of girl. Me reading your Spotify playlist descriptions, like, yes, this is it. taken quite a lot of liberties with my Spotify playlists. If you ever want to know how I'm doing, just have a look at my Spotify playlists. Oh gosh. Not the playlist where I put daddy issues on for an entire hour. I'm fine. My dating life is going spectacularly well. Oh dear. Have you ever read The October Country? I'm hooked on Freudian slip. Bradbury. No, I haven't. I check that out. I'm gonna have to go through this entire live over again, aren't I? To like write up what the book recommendations are. Can't sit straight in a chair to save my life. Forced me to fix my posture. Not me moving this entire live stream. Have I sat still? I'm on a sweaty chair, but if I sat still for 1 second. Oof, daddy issues, love the neighborhood. Yeah, they're really good. This was a cup of mint green tea. At work, it's my job to sort all of the secondhand books that come in. Oh, fun. It takes so much willpower not to take an armful home every week. I fail a lot. That sounds actually really rather quite fun. How are you sorting them? Sorry, I saw the word sort and now I'm like, oh, organising. Currently sitting basically upside down in my chair right now. Are you alright? Are any of you sitting properly? This is a good question. Are any of you sitting properly? I need to refresh my live stream because otherwise I'm not going to see things. Which Harry Potter house are you in? Guess. Give it a guess. I'll tell you. I've told you many times, so give it a guess. Anything drastic quarantine made you do? I cut my bangs. No. Nope, legs in the air. Sitting properly, don't know her. And all the bisexuals. I love that you guys think I'm in Ravenclaw. I understand why. No. I cut my bangs last year. God, I do not recommend. So you guys will see. Look how much hair I have. It's not gonna last, kids. It's not gonna last. I'm gonna donate it. That's why I'm growing it out. I'm Ravenclaw, but I'd see you as a Slytherin friend. I am very much through and through Slytherin. Absolutely. I'm like, Harry's are automatically Gryffindor. Hoof and poof, how dare you? Even though my not my hot take, but like the hot take that I enjoy on Hufflepuff is that they are just massive stoners. It makes so much sense once you read them like that. It's like, yeah, no wonder they're like nice to everyone the whole time. And near the kitchen, it makes so much sense. Cedric Diggory, hello. No, I'm Slytherin. Like, thank you very much for saying that I'm Ravenclaw. It validates me. Nope, sitting here cross-legged as I read papers for uni, but have this on in the background. Get back to work. I'm now sat cross-legged on this chair. Spotify, my Spotify is sarcastic_fish, as is everything. Do you like shows like Criminal Minds? I've never watched Criminal Minds, but I was very obsessed with, oh shit, what's it called? The David Fincher one, where they're like figuring out what serial killers are, and then interviewing them. What's it called? There's a book written on it. Oh, David Fincher. Serial killer? That's what I Mindhunter. I really rate Mindhunter, by the way. I want them to do more. I really rate Mindhunter. You talking about cutting your hair just reminds me of all those bye girl before and after TikToks. Oh gosh, I know, they're really silly. But I feel called out by them. Yeah, no, I plan on cutting my hair and I'm gonna dye it a colour. It's more when I see the girls get like nose piercings, I'm like, oh, no. It's like, no, then it's like a bisexual panic attack, because I'm like, do I like it because you look really hot, or do I want it for me? And it's very, very confusing. Stoners, Emmy ruined Hufflepuff for me. Wow. No, I have improved it for you. Missing underscore, yeah, everything is always sarcastic underscore fish. NCIS, Law and Order. I've watched a little bit of NCIS. I think I quite enjoyed that. Need to watch Mindhunter. Yeah, Mindhunter is really, really good. I think, Alice, I think I'm destroying my knee because I never sit in chairs properly. Maybe that's why mine clicks so much. Maybe you're onto something, but yeah, I should probably sit properly. It says cross-legged, sat on a chair, and the back of it's here. Poof. Oh my god, my brother keeps peeking to like my younger brother in like an annoying run. Not an annoying run, in an annoying voice. But he says things like "Lunch ruin, I want a hoog," and now I keep changing my U's to O's, and it's very irritating. I'm like, I want a hoog. Well, will nobody give me a hoog? How do you like Aubrey Plaza by Queen? She is a beautiful, beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. The Stephanie Beatriz, is that her last name? Is also a beautiful woman. Yeah, it's Stephanie Beatriz. Oh god, she is gorgeous. It always gets me how her Rosa voice is not her real voice. Her real voice is actually quite high. And whenever she does that in interviews, I'm always like, oh god. Again, that's just a stunning woman. Prime Suspect is great. Books are better. God, you guys are already into like crime stuff, right? Who are your favourite British actors? Well, soon it'll be Harry Styles. Well, it already is Harry Styles, but you know. Got to give Tom Holland. That is an attractive man. Robert Pattinson. I tell you, I rewatched Twilight every once in a while. Gosh. And now I'm just thinking about Kate Blanchett in a suit. Anyway, are you getting any book-related vids anytime soon? You had one fairly recently, I believe. I do a roundup of everything I read in 2020. I was going to do it when I was home. I'm not going to be able to do it when I get back to London because I'm here. So do you guys care if I have the physical books or not? I'm assuming not, but I will do that video. But I just need to finish my vlogs, and I filmed an episode of Casual Cooking. So let me finish my vlog, let me put up the Casual Cooking, and then I will film the rundown of everything that I read in 2020. But you've heard pretty much most of it though. Maybe I need to collate it into one video, and then I will tell you in said video which videos it is where I talk about said book at length, because I talk about them in vlogs. If you guys have subscribed just to my book content, just know that I often talk about books in my vlogs. That's what I always did, and then I started making like more book content because you guys obviously vibed with it. But yes, a lot of book content is embedded in the vlogs. Your chatty videos, like the recent ones, are gold. Thank you, darling, that's very sweet. Hope you like this. You should read Alain de Botton's books. I read The Course of Love. I don't know, I'm angry with that book. I sometimes really enjoyed it, and I sometimes really did not enjoy it. It was interesting, and it definitely gave me a lot to project and reflect my own views against, on how I feel about, you know, love, relationships, and especially committed long-term relationships. Wait, I thought this was a cooking channel. It is a cooking channel. Thoughts on the first Atomic Blonde? I absolutely loved it. I need to watch that. I've always seen the trailers for it and gone, ooh, I should watch that. Yeah, you can put the pics next to your face if you're staying with the rents for longer than expected. Yeah, that's probably what I was going to do, is be like, you know, when I'm here, and then I put the book here, and you can scan it on your Goodreads. I'm explaining my editing like this. Oh my lord, I was editing and I was trying to, so you know when you have like, say somebody walks across the screen, and then like as they're walking, you almost like reveal the next clip that's underneath. So what you do is you have a couple layers of clips, so you have a clip here, a clip here, you put them over each other, and you create a mask where you almost delete part of the top image to reveal the bottom image underneath. It's called masking. It's so hard. I spent like 2 hours, or maybe not 2 hours, I spent like an hour trying to do it for like a clip in a video, just to like learn how to do it, and it's so hard. So I got really angry. That's probably one of the really interesting things about like making TikTok videos and stuff, is a lot of those transitions and stuff. It's just hard to figure out how to do them. I learned how to do the whole masking thing for one of the things where like you pose and then the line comes down and then you have a background behind you. They made a filter for it, which is annoying because I did it on Photoshop and with a mask. I learned how to do that. It's hard, so at least my editing is improving. Why did I get onto that? I just wanted to tell someone that. Do you enjoy Game of Thrones? I loved Game of Thrones until the last 2 seasons. The last 2 seasons should have been 4 seasons. You're like an older sister to me, despite the fact that I'm older. Friends. Sarah Paulson thoughts, fab actress. I've watched a few of her movies. I feel like a lot of people know her from American Horror Story. Right, or at least our age do. Yeah, I think I've liked her in everything I've seen her in. BBC News. It's not a protest, it's an insurrection, says Joe Biden is. God damn it, where's it gone? It's gone. The notification is gone. What is, oh God, America, you guys. Sarah Paulson's partner Holland Taylor is just so intelligent on social and feminist issues, and I like it. That's nice that we hear that. Oh, what about Sandra Bullock? I love her, but she always seems angry. I can quote an obscene amount of Miss Congeniality, and I'm not even sorry. Ooh, yes, I do watch a lot of movies. If you don't know, I'm doing a filmmaking degree. I've not seen Francis I. You guys have recommended it to me quite a few times, actually. Maybe I should watch it. Lol, you're all having lockdowns now, and I'm just sitting here in lockdown since March 2020. The pain is real. Where are you based if you're still in lockdown? That is intense. I mean, this is going to be in lockdown. We're going to be in lockdown until March now as well. And then I will have spent more time in this house than I do in my flat. So that's super fun. I feel like I at least made the most of the summer in the way that I could. Hoofle poof. That comment is going to make me laugh every time. Oh gosh. Ooh, Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow is great read if you're interested in the film industry and its controversies regarding Weinstein. Catch and Kill. Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow, How the Great White Predators Stick Together. I'm reading a Guardian article review on it. Interesting. Maybe I will read that because I think that is, you know, it's industry stuff we live. Why I've got too many tabs open? It's like staring at my own brain. Oh, if you guys have Letterboxd, I have Letterboxd. It's like Goodreads but with books. My account is, say it with me kids, sarcastic_fish. How is the hoe phase going? Unfortunately, it's on pause, so it's not going very well right now. Catch and Kill is very interesting. Okay, I'll see. Well, I'll maybe think about reading that. Hi, I'm 2 days into quarantine. Give me some tips. Me too, Sophie. I don't know what we're doing. What's the bare minimum I need to start making short films? A phone camera. That's literally all you need. That's all you need. And depending on phone you have, there might be editing software on it. But genuinely, a phone camera. They've done whole things and some filmmakers have made entire points of shooting. I think somebody shot like an entire, I think it was a film for Sundance or something. They shot an entire movie just on an iPhone, just to prove that it can be done. With the way technology is moving at the moment, there's a lot of arguments to be made for the democratization of something like filmmaking, because obviously it's an expensive thing to do. It's a very expensive thing to do. How much is an Alexa? How much is an Alexa? So the Alexas that we shoot on, maybe not at school. So the Ari Alexa, how much does that cost? So one of the cameras that we shoot on, I don't know if it's the exact camera, but these cameras are like, I have a number in my head that I want to say to you, but I want to check if it's true before I say it, because it is such a shocking figure. Let me read you out these prices. So an Ari Alexa is £67,000. This other one is £62,000. An Alexa 4K camera is £48,000. An Ari Alexa XT Plus is £73,000. This Alexa S XT Plus Pro camera set is £96,000. If you have like a Blackmagic camera, that's like £3,000. The Alexa RA Mini, the body of it is £53,000. If you want a set of like, what are they, Cook lenses, let's have a look at what a set of, okay, I think they're Cook prime lenses. If you want a set of Cook prime lenses, these are like anamorphic lenses for a fixed lens. In film, we very rarely use zoom lenses, unless you're doing like documentary or something. But like, it's like you're looking at like £5,000 for a lens. Yes, that is £5,000 for a lens. So filmmaking is super expensive. It's a super expensive thing to do. So I think the fact that phones are so good, and you don't need expensive kit to tell a good story. And at the end of the day, if you want to make films, I think, and this is something a couple of the grads have said to me, so the most important thing is plot. If you're doing short films, the most important thing is plot. It's story. It's story. If your story sucks, it doesn't matter that you shot on Alexa. It doesn't matter that you shot it on a Sony Red. If your story's shit, like, no one's gonna watch it. I don't care that you have like the best cinematography ever. So I think in terms of that, my advice would just be like, write an incredible story. And yeah, then shoot it on your iPhone. Because think about short films, I guess, in a way, like a pitch. You're saying to somebody, look, this is what I did with 15 minutes and like a tiny bit of money. No money even. And then if they can see that that's good, or if you have that potential, then they'll give you money. Like, then hopefully you can then use that as a way to find funding, to then be like, okay, this is what I did with no money. Now let's see what I can do with money. That's why there's this thing of like the short film curse. If your short film wins big, you'll never win anything for a feature. And often people have said this because a lot of short films that win are often really stylized and stuff. So then in a way, those people don't have the skills for making short films to carry on to feature, because they have to hold your attention for more than 15 minutes. But yeah, I would highly, if you know, just write a good story. But it's the most important thing that you need. Story shit, no one's gonna watch it. For example, we've seen it time and time again, right? Where, like I said before, if you have something that people have just thrown money at, often they miss the most important thing, which is a good film, which is just a good story. If you don't have a good story, it doesn't make a difference how much money you throw at it, it's still gonna be shit. Look at a lot of sequels, like I said. Look at Christopher Nolan, look at Tenet. And also Nolan and gigantism is like, sometimes the gigantism in question is his ego. And then Nolan's gonna say, dude, this is bad. But yeah. Plot, story, script. Yeah, it really is all about story. Which is also why I recommend to read so much and watch so many movies. Used to watch Portrait de la Jeune Fille. Portrait de la... Oh, I haven't seen it. I know. Celine Sciamma. Bay. Celine Sciamma. Bay. The Midnight in Paris. No, I haven't seen The Midnight in Paris. Right, I'm gonna... Do you want a list video, classic list? Woody Allen. Interesting, Midnight in Paris, Woody Allen. I'm not particularly fond of Woody Allen as a person. Do you want a video where I just give you like my gayest film racks? Like, let's have like a just like complete Celine Sciamma like film movie marathon. Okay, maybe I will. You guys saying it's gorgeous. Maybe I will watch it, but I reserve my right to think that Woody Allen is a piece of shit. I feel like if storytelling isn't at least part of the reason you want to make films, you shouldn't be making one, lol. Yeah, I think you see a lot of these, like, I feel like you see it sometimes with the guy, well, you do see it with the guys that come in on like the course. A lot of them want to be DOPs, so a lot of them want to do camera, and then they're like almost shocked that they need to like write something, because the way our degree works is that it's like a holistic approach. They make you do everything. It's great if you don't know what you want to do, because you're like, you get to dabble in everything. And I think it makes you a better filmmaker, full stop, because you then understand how filmmaking all works together, and like how you can write the best thing to then make it work together the best. Yeah, we've had people who have been like shocked that they need to write scripts, and you're like, bro, why are you here? But yeah, I think I need to just like, I think sometimes when I panic, I'm like, I feel like my brain is empty. Brain empty. Not many thoughts at home right now. Something I learned in my creative writing module, character plus conflict equals plot. Yes, but then also, have you made a scene turn? Does the scene turn? Why doesn't the scene turn? Midnight in Paris is really good. The only problem is fucking Woody Allen. Okay, maybe I just, yeah, okay. Woody Allen is definitely a piece of shit, but Midnight in Paris is heaven for literature nerds, honestly. Ooh, somebody asked me earlier about Dark Academia. I read that and it didn't say anything. Okay. I'll read it. I'll watch it and I'll let you guys know what I think. Oh, Maurice. I haven't seen Maurice. I've just pinned many a picture of you girl on Pinterest. It is that one, isn't it? Oh. Yes, please, gayest film, right? Oh, I need to watch Maurice. I've seen it's ended up on so many of my Pinterest boards and about like aesthetic sort of thing. I'm like, oh god. Ronan Farrow is Woody Allen's son, so he has some very interesting points in Catch and Kill about the abuse of his sister. I remember reading something about this. I think I read it on Vanity Fair. Also, the Hollywood Reporter, something like that. Maurice over Call Me By Your Name. I have a couple issues, obviously, with Call Me By Your Name. Maybe I need to rewatch. I need to rewatch all of these. Oh my god, I'm just gonna have a game movie. I'm gonna have a game movie marathon by myself. I'm gonna watch Maurice, Call Me By Your Name, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Maybe I'll rewatch Blue is Warmest Colours. I have issues with this film, male gaze. Like, why can't more women make? Oh my god, I had like a brainwave for like a super gay film, and I was really happy about it. I was like, this is fucking great. And also, I've kind of already got a treatment for my grad film. So if you guys don't know, a treatment is basically like the written version, like just the prose version of the movie you want to make. And yeah, I've like written it, kind of, and I have a Pinterest board of it, and it's super gay. It's super gay. I feel like it's probably going to be like a coming of age story, but maybe with a little bit less trauma than a lot of, because I feel like it's still with a lot of like queer films, LGBTQ plus AI plus films at the moment. It does still focus a lot more on like pain and suffering, which obviously comes along with it undeniably, but I don't think enough of us have films that are representative of the joy as well. And like, that's not to say that there isn't like to brush any of the suffering and stuff that we go on like through under the like rug and stuff, but I feel like we do all deserve a bit more for joy. Like, it's not all like for joy, and also like, can we please have a film where the ladies are lovers and they don't die at the end? Why do they always die? Why do they always die? Lesbians, the only way this film can possibly end if one of them dies. Oh, what about Lady Bird? Lady Bird is a masterpiece. Lady Bird is a masterpiece. We need a feel-good gay film that has a happy ending. Yes. Yes, we do. I feel like... I actually, do you know... Oh, God, you know I haven't watched Booksmart? Can you believe I haven't watched Booksmart? I need to watch Booksmart. Oh my god, I'm going to add that onto my list. Oh, I'm going to have such a good day tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm going to make a list on Letterboxd and I'll put it on my story. I'm going to have such a good day. What's your opinion with the whole Call Me By Your Name age gap thing? A lot of my friends have huge issues with it. How bad is the age gap again? Because I don't have a problem with age gaps, but I think it depends on how old the youngest person is in it. I do believe in the... so is he meant to be 24 and then Timothy Chalamet is 17? I saw this tweet, and it was TikTok. I saw this TikTok that was like, you know the whole like Kevin Bacon number? Like, yeah, but like theatre students can do that with like Timothy Chalamet, because we all know someone who's got chlamydia of it. Oh gosh. Okay, 17 and 24. I mean, how maths? What kind of age gap is that? That's a 7-year age gap. A 7-year age gap really isn't that bad, but the problem more that I have with the Call Me By Your Name age gap is the fact that Ellie was a minor. He's a minor. He is a child. Legally, he is a child. And that also that he works for his dad. Oliver works for his dad, so you have... There's like there's a power imbalance in that that's like written into it, which I don't vibe with. So if Ellie was 18 and Oliver didn't work for Ellie's dad, I don't see an issue at all. For example, the biggest age gap that I've had has been 9 years, but I've legally been an adult, so I don't have a problem with that, but not if you're a minor. Not if you're a minor. Like, if you're a teenager, date someone who's in their teens. Like, don't date someone who's in their 20s. If you're gonna date people who are older than you, do that in your 20s when you're already an adult. Like, I really don't recommend it when you're a teenager. Like, even like last year, it's not something I would have done. So yeah, I don't have a problem with the age gap, but it's about power these things are very, very important when it comes to like power balances. Yeah, it's about power, and it's about that dynamic that goes with age and authority. So with Call Me By Your Name, I feel like there is an issue there. And also, have you thought about how many like LGBTQ plus films do kind of have an element like that, like where it's sort of sometimes slightly predatory? I'm like, why does this keep being written in? Can people stop doing this? It's like they seem to think that this is the only, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think for me it's I agree with the point of view, the power balance and makes it worse. Yeah, I think it's a power thing, but I have an issue with. I haven't watched Lady Bird yet. I've got to put it on my list. It's an incredible film. It's that, I think it's the way in which it showed the mother-daughter relationship, because you know the scene where they're like shopping for a dress and they're like arguing, and then she like takes the dress out and they're like, ooh, this is like switch off. And I think again, Greta Gerwig, Bay. I think when you let women have a chance to tell their own stories, but what a shock! It's a better representation of that experience. Oh my God, you can have a middle-aged man direct mother-daughters? How are you gonna get that wrong? You've never had a teenage, well maybe you had a teenage daughter, but you were never a teenage daughter's mother, and you were never a teenage daughter dealing with your mother. I love my mummy. I've not watched Brokeback Mountain actually. Pride and Prejudice. You guys know I'm not thrilled by Austen. Les Fables Destines d'Amélie Poulain. The Fabulous Fits of Amélie Poulain. Poulain? Send me chicken. That is it. Oh, Amélie! Oh! I've seen bits of Amélie. That's a classic that you get shown at school to be like, French language. Atonement. I have seen bits of Atonement. I've not seen the entire thing. League of Their Own. I think I have seen League of Their Own. I like this. Just quick fire round. You're like, have you seen this movie? Do you mean the British, like the TV show with the sport? I've seen that, but I don't rate it very highly because I'm not that into it. Oh, it is a film. It's a film from 1992. Oh, is that like baseball film? Oh, I feel like I have heard of this. No, I have not seen that. I should put it right. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find this live stream. Poulain, son of a horse. What about Bronte's? Every single relationship in every Bronte book I've written is so abusive and disgusting. Ugh. I feel like that's probably why I've avoided it. I think it's too dark is almost the word, but not like, as in like visually dark. Kind of in the same way that the Woman in Black is. Not necessarily like a thematically dark, or clearly thematically dark, but like, because I've grown up like near where the Brontes live, I've been to their house. It's just not a landscape that I want to read about because I feel like I've lived it and it's kind of dark and gloomy and miserable. Maybe that's just my preconceived idea of it, which is why I've avoided it. Hello Curtis, we're talking about films. Theory of Everything, seen that, good movie. Mona Lisa's Smile is great. If any of you are like hoes for Dark Academia, I highly recommend Mona Lisa's Smile. Graduate, I've seen bits of The Graduate and I should probably watch the entire thing. That's the one that made Dustin Hoffman really famous, isn't it? Right, so young Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. Apparently Kramer versus Kramer is really good. We're going to talk about Dustin Hoffman. Emotionally dark. Yeah, also it just strikes me as gloomy. Like I've never had an impulse to read Wuthering Heights, ever. Breakfast Club, classic movie, love it. I always want to rewatch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind because it's such a comfort movie, but also don't want to be sad, lol. But it's a different kind of sad, right? Me and my friend were discussing how so she rewatches Call Me By Your Name every time she's sad. I think we all have like a designated like I'm sad now must watch film. Oh, Thoughts and Crimes of Grindelwald. I watched, my boyfriend at the time dragged me to see that because he was really into Harry Potter. I thought it was a very forgettable movie. I think all of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movies have been rather forgettable, if I am completely honest. I just haven't, and it's weird because I really liked the Harry Potter, I really like the Harry Potter movies and the books, so I'm just like, I just don't understand why I wouldn't like this, you know? But I thought they've all been rather forgettable, which is a shame. And I think potentially it's once this entire series is done that there's a lot of these like moments that are designed to have payoff, and because they haven't done the entire series yet, it hasn't had that like a big emotional payoff. 500 Days of Summer, that I've seen, but I haven't seen it recently. Have you seen Wes Anderson movies? How do you feel about them? I fucking love Wes Anderson. I rate Wes Anderson incredibly highly. 500 Days of Summer, I was having a conversation with somebody, a boy, about the like manic pixie dream girl thing, and how the manic pixie dream girl very much exists to fulfill a different kind of male fantasy. She basically feeds into the male ego. So that the manic pixie dream girl, similar, it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, is just again with Kate Winslet. It's about how she feeds into him and helps him discover who he is. She has like, I feel like she has very little agency and development in any of those kind of films. And she's like the alternative male fantasy, I guess, in a way. She's the I'm not like other girls. And that becomes like a projection of your own internalized misogyny, doesn't it? Because you're like, I'm gonna be like her, and like, I don't go clubbing and wear revealing clothing. I read books in coffee shops and act all mysterious. I'm like, bitch, you know better than anyone else. Like, and I know I definitely have internalized that at times. That's why like I will call myself out on this behaviour. It's about like, I wear sneakers, she wears high heels. It's a Madonna and whore dichotomy. Yeah, manic pixie dream girl. I had to tell someone not to internalize me as their manic pixie dream girl. Could you believe it? I was like, stop. Yeah, because a manic pixie dream girl has no... Can you hear my mother? The manic pixie dream girl has no agency, she has no authority, and she has no development. And she only exists for his like development, reflection, and progression. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You are nobody's manic pixie dream girl, my friends. You're not the alternative hair dyeing, not giving a shit bitch to make his life better. You are the hair dyeing, not giving a fuck bitch for your life. Ugh. And the problem as well with 500 Days of Summer is when some people watch it, and by people I mean men, and they do not realise that this is a bad thing. It's like those dudes who watch like American Psycho and they don't understand that it's a satire. I'm like, bro, no 8:30 res a Dorsia. You need to see a therapist. 500 Days is bordering on genius versus boring if you're not in the right mood. I love it, but no one who's on the same page does. What do you mean by no one who's on the same page does? 500 Days of Summer, I think, is one where you kind of hope the person who's watching it is intelligent, because if they're not intelligent, they can read the wrong thing from it, which is how I feel about Fight Club. Like, I think I've said this before. No, I said it in a different video, but I never finished editing. Did any of you guys at Studio Ghibli? Love Studio Ghibli, adore, highly rate, love. Did anyone else ever hear of like schools? I went to an all-girls school for 5 years and then I went to boarding school. But you always hear once in a while about a school having problems where boys create their own fight clubs. Like, they're like, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm like, baby, that is not like the point of Fight Club. I've had like lengthy discussions with my film friends about this and like how we interpret film because we're so into film, versus people who like casually watch it, and how we worry about the fact that a lot of people tend to miss the points of these really big films. And I'm like, oh, you completely missed the point of it, and now I'm scared because you internalised the wrong thing and you don't understand that it's satire. Now I am concerned. What do you think of Marriage Story? I've never watched it. And also I'm kind of like, lol, because isn't that like Noah, what's his face? Baumbach, like the deterioration of his first marriage. And also, I saw so many memes about how that scene where they're fighting and he like, and then the guy who plays Kylo Ren, what's his name, hits the wall, and it's like, isn't that like every drama student has had to watch that scene ever? Princess Mononoke is my favourite. I watched that and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what was missing for me, but I couldn't watch it. Ooh, The Lobster. No, I haven't seen The Lobster. That's directed by the guy who did The Favourite, isn't it? The Favourite is an incredible film. Now I'm typing The Favourite, not The Lobster. What's his name? The Greek dude. Yeah, Yorgos Lanthimos. Lanthimos? No, I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. Ooh, a really good film that we get recommended is Breaking the Waves. Breaking the Waves. Yeah, apparently that's a really good film. My editing lecturer recommended it because he was explaining how that is a movie in which there's always a different motivation when you're editing to like cut. You basically always need a reason. And then that they cut entirely on emotion. That's been one of the most interesting things I've like learnt to do with doing like editing narrative work versus editing like a vlog or something. So you cut on emotion, you cut on a moment, you cut on a beat. I'm like, but in that film they only did that. The Lighthouse, most bizarre film I watched in 2020. I haven't seen that. So many people talked about it, but I haven't seen that. I'm excited. You got me talking about movies. Tell me about fucking book channel. Yes, I need to watch The Lighthouse. I'm gonna become a vegetable because I'm not gonna do anything apart from watch me. Oh no, I'm losing the live stream. Where is it going? I'm losing it all of my tabs. I watched Shutter Island. I haven't seen it. Shutter Island is a Scorsese, isn't it? Am I wrong? Of course I'm not wrong. Yeah, I want to watch that. I haven't seen that. Oh, you guys, you're giving me so many good recommendations. And like, these are all films that I'm like, I need to watch that, I need to watch it, but I've never like got around to watching it. Ooh, new wave directors that I like. Like, yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, Nouvelle Vague, new French wave. Vardar counts, doesn't she? I think my favourite, yeah, of course, Vardar. Truffaut, of course. Truffaut and Vardar, I think probably Vardar wins, obviously. Gosh. Cleo Sancassette. I love that film. She thinks she's gonna die. Or does she? Was it Sans Lit Ni Toi? Was it no? Sans Toi Lit? Typing ASMR, can you guys hear that? Sorry. You really need to watch Marriage Story, give it a chance. Maybe I should. Watch The Lighthouse with my mom. Masturbation scene were rather awkward. Oh gosh, maybe I should watch it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. So when we were making our films, this term, one of the guys in my unit had a wanking scene in his film. It was the funniest thing. So I had a close out of my movie actually, but so did he, and it was very funny. A couple of my friends did like a timeout when they were trying to film that because they had the banana for like the boner, and they were like debating about the fact that the banana looked too much like a banana, so their solution was to chop the tip off. Oh God! Oh, I want to be back on a set. It's so much fun. Cries. Have Have I seen Gone Girl? I thought it was amazing, seen it a couple of times, love it every time. I have seen Gone Girl. I do think it's very good actually. It's just a very succinct film. That's fucking Fincher, isn't it? Of course it is! I'm getting good at this. I'm like, oh, I know who made that movie. Yeah, Gone Girl is a very good film. It's also very like... Fincher's films are always very like measured, and they're very like... It sounds stupid, but thought through. And I don't just mean that. It's like there's an incredible cohesion between the script, the acting, the cinematography, and the editing, and then all the sound stuff. And production design. Let's not like production design. And that's why I really rate it. I think it's a really good film. Yeah, cohesive. That's why I quite rate people who are like, I'm a filmmaker rather than like, I'm a director, because I'd argue that people who are like, identify as being filmmakers, have maybe thought through the process a little bit more, rather than someone who just directs, and like, if you're a director, you're like HUD of all your actors and stuff, but then somebody has like, more of an eye over the entire process, rather than maybe like a producer coming in and like, having more say. Have I watched Zodiac? God, we started watching it at one point because it was on the telly, and that was good. Thoughts on The Shining? Weirdly enough, I watched it for Halloween, and I feel like it was always building. It's almost like it was always building, and it never actually got to the scariest bit. I do rate it as a film. It is a good film, but I feel like it never. I feel like there was like a scene missing that was meant to be the really, really scary scene. It's like there was build up and they didn't get to the end of the payoff. Like that's just how it felt to me. I was always waiting for something more. And I think it's probably because I went into it with a lot of expectation, with it being such like a staple classic horror film. Loving this chat, so chill but also stimulating. I usually miss these lives, going to be paying more attention in future. Lucky for you, no matter what I say, I will always leave them up. I should really start deleting these. Have I ever watched Wes Anderson's short Bottle Rocket? No, I haven't watched it. I should watch it. I would like to watch it. I just can't get over the fact that like Wes Anderson and Owen Wilson are like childhood, like lifelong friends. Like what the fuck? Like that's just as if. I think that's really cool. Do I like Quentin Tarantino? I do like Quentin Tarantino. I like him a lot. Django Unchained is a family fave. I've seen it way too many times. Fucking hell, Inglourious Bastards, incredible film. It's that opening scene. It's a masterclass. It is a masterclass in building tension. Fuck, it's so good. It's so good. He's a very, very good filmmaker. Yeah, he can be controversial for a lot of things, but if his use of violence is one of them, it's kind of minor in the film industry. Yeah, I like Tarantino. I rate him really highly. Love Kill Bill. Love Kill Bill. What We Do in the Shadows by Taika Waititi. I have seen that, but I was, how do I put this, incapacitated at the time, so like what I was aware I was watching, I think I enjoyed, but I don't entirely remember, so. This live stream is a lot less 18 plus than the last one I watched. What do you mean? I know. What, in terms of content or in terms of my language? Oh gosh. Hello.
You know about Capitol, right?
They've stormed the Capitol, yes. Mama. She's gone. It is 10:15. We'll do a few more questions, we'll do a few more, and then I think we need to go to sleep, especially if any of you are Europeans, and it's been 11:15 for you. Ooh. Most expected film of 2021. Do you all want to give us a guess? Do you want to give us a guess? Some of you can definitely get it. Come on, give it a guess. What is my most anticipated film of 2021? Come on, you should know this. Going to sleep is a weird way to say watching TikTok till 4 AM. Or you or me, because I'm why I got called out. Excited for new VIDS. I'm so excited for the French Dispatch. I'm so excited for it. I agree. I'm most excited for Don't Worry Darling. Yes, Sophia's got it. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. They managed to leak the script. Fucking hell. People like that fandom. I've said this before in a live stream, but I really hope those girls who managed to, I'm assuming they're girls, who hacked the airport security cam to watch Harry Styles do nothing. I hope they're doing well, because we were like 16 at the time. Yeah, I need to watch Cowboys and Aliens. I've seen it. That is a weird film. I'm not sure if it's top of the list for Central Cinema, but it's certainly interesting. I would love to see more multilingual films. I agree. Yes, I'm excited for Don't Worry Darling, especially because it's like meant to be like a 1950s stylized sort of thing. Yes, it's got Harry in it, but like it's got Florence Pugh in it. It's made by Olivia Wilde. It's made by Olivia Wilde. Oh my god, I fucking worship that woman. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I can't, like, Booksmart. I have to watch it. I can't believe I haven't watched it. But you know, you could already tell that that's the kind of film that probably would have meant a lot to you when you were a teenager. I'm making assumptions, but like, Florence Pugh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. And she's really funny. She just seems like a legit kind of person. If you haven't, you need to watch, that's not a word I can say. Why do you guys always give me the hardest words? You never give me easy one. Charlie Kaufman. Oh, is he the one that did? Oh, what did he make? What has he made? Yes, Santana, Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Being John Malkovich adaptation. I swear I made this other movie that I think have I watched? I'm thinking of Ending Things. Yeah. The Trouble with Larry. Aggressive 1D flashbacks. Interesting. Interesting. This is me deep diving into Wikipedia. How does someone know they found the one / marriage material? I have no idea. But if you want the same things, you have similar values, and like you like each other, and you want, I don't know, maybe just somebody who's your best friend in the whole fucking world, and all of your values align, and you could run a business together, and then that would work. I love Olivia Wilde. Booksmart was incredible, and even though I'm not a teenager, it meant the world to me. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe it's like the perks of being a wallflower that my gay ass needed, my gay, girly feminist ass needed. This conversation is so cool. Love that we're all just geeking out about film. Wish we had a Discord or something. Do you want to know a massively guilty pleasure that I'm going to admit to you? So I've told you I've got TikTok. There is this guy that's like a 27-year-old TikTok, and every morning he does a live stream, but he's in the States, so when he does his morning live stream, I'm like making dinner or something. So I keep watching his. His at is like Crew Doyle or something, because his name is Drew. But I keep watching his live streams, and then he has a Discord, and he's always talking about his Discord and stuff. So that's the thing that I learned about recently. Birdman, one continuous shot was insane. I don't think Birdman was a continuous shot. It's got blind cuts in it, hasn't it? Or did they do it in one take? So is it just between one shot versus one take? Is it one take or is it one shot? I'm pretty sure that like almost every single frame in that entire film had to be retouched, like CGI'd, to get rid of the out of reflections of the camera crew and stuff. I want to watch it though. That was such a hyped up film at the time, right? Did it win a lot of shit? I swear it won a lot of shit. Blind cuts are really interesting though. And I'm gonna talk about TikTok. One thing that TikTok seems to be like amazed by, like it's a magic trick, is a blind cut. And really, that's what a transition is. You know, when people do like a transition where they like bop the head down, like push to the side, or like drop down or whatever. That's a blind cut. You can't see where the camera cuts, and when people are like, "Oh, that was a seamless transition," yeah, it was a seamless blind cut. That's the whole point. So that's interesting. It's like on TikTok, it's like one tiny skill that you can learn for like a 10-second video. So one of the reasons it's keeping my mind like awake, because like when people do shots where they like have different mirrors, and in different mirrors like a different shot, so someone's like left a camera there, filmed each shot separately, then masked it onto each other with like different layers, and TikTok is like magic. Like it's editing. I know how they did this, but like amazing. So funny. Yeah, one continuous shot, not one take. The way they filmed 1917 was crazy. Yeah, the way they did 1917 was fucking insane, because like each scene is one take. Like each scene is one take, and then between the like sets and scenes they have like a blind cut somewhere. So they had to like there's a video somewhere on YouTube about it that you can watch afterwards if it interests you, where they basically had to measure the length of what the take was going to be, and they designed their set design around that. So they made sure that the set design, like the length of the set would be, but they were walking, would be the right length for the length of the shot for the film. That is fucking insane. Fuck, that's Sam Mendes and Deakins, that is. That's what that is. That's what. Bay, Roger Deakins. Yeah, immersive, yeah. I always feel like, for me, I've seen a couple, like, because, you know, doing a film on one take isn't, like, it's not new, but I always find those films kind of stressful, because I always, I guess, equate, in a way, a cut is like blinking. So whenever I have to watch something with, like, one take, I find it very stressful, and I feel like my entire body is, like almost like you're waiting to be able to breathe. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I would love to hear what you guys feel about that. But like that's why like one take films really stress me out. Because almost like I'm like, is it gonna go wrong? Like you're kind of like waiting for them to fuck up. Did you watch Fleabag? I've never seen Fleabag. I know it's something I probably enjoy. Did anyone watch the Treat People with Kindness video? Tell me. And also if you have seen it, have you seen? It's the one shot at the end of the music video where like Harry's been like bopped down like that, and if you look at his face and just pause, you're all saying yes. Rewatch it. I'm gonna ruin the video for it. Yeah, rewatch it and then pause like the last shot of the video. Harry Styles is hanging there like this. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen, and I cannot unsee it, and it's ruined the entire music video for me. I have seen all, yeah. Oh yeah, OMG Emma, have you seen Harry and Olivia Wilde? We were talking about that a little bit earlier, because I'm looking forward to Don't Worry Darling. But that's just the definition of a bisexual panic attack, isn't it? And if that's true, Harry Styles is a very, very lucky man, and I'm really jealous. Have you read Ulysses by James Joyce? If not, any plans on reading it? Maybe one day. I don't think that's anything I'm going to try to tackle at this age. I feel like some books, I'm like, I need to read it in my 30s. I can't read it right now. It's so hilarious to me when I learn one little thing about a film, and now whenever I watch a film with my family, I always yell out, "Oh, great match cut," and my entire family is just so annoyed. I identify with this on a personal level. And then like sometimes I'll say something, or like something will happen, and then maybe my dad will say something, and then like turn to me and be like, "And what have you got to contribute on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love the colour grading, amazing orange and teal they've got going on there." Oh god, I'm such a prick. Bay of Match Shots, though, I think still is Edgar Wright. I love his movies. That is a man that thinks towards the edit. And a lot at school were like, "Oh, shoot for coverage, don't shoot for the edit." But as an editor, I'm like, please get creative with your script writing so that you can have something fun doing the edit. And I think the payoff for that is often enormous. A treat people with kindness video is a best thing to begin the year with for my gay ass. I'm slightly immensely in love with Phoebe Water. What's her name? Water Bridge? She's a Marquess, isn't she? That's not her name. What is her name? Waller-Bridge. I swear she's a Marquess. Is that not true? Was John lying to me? What was I talking about? Yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. How are your plants? Oh god, they're all in London. I've texted my dad being like, please can you order them? So we'll see. We'll see if they make it. Oh, Ulysses was pure vanity, overrated. Interesting. Emma Stone is pregnant? Oh, no way! Fucking hell, forget the news. This is a news channel now. Book channel who? Okay. It is 10:30. I have been live for 137 minutes. There are still 80 of you watching. Baby Pebble. That's a great name for a baby. Pebble. Who's she seeing? Anyway. Can I move to UK, please? I'm done with US. Honestly, don't come here. We're in our 3rd lockdown. Move to Australia. At least you can go out and party there. To be fair, it's 8:30 AM in Australia. Good morning. Just because she's called Stone. Baby Pebble, not as a name, but just because she's called Stone. Okay, that's that's a joke. Very funny. Right. I've been on for a long time. I am sure you're tired of listening to me ramble. If you can give the live stream a thumbs up if you'd enjoyed it, that always helps out. Have you seen Star Wars? I have seen Star Wars. It's not my cup of tea. Or as my mum got annoyed at me the other day, she asked me if I liked dinner, and I was like, it's not for me. And now she's getting annoyed every time. I'm like, is this for you? And I'm like, please love me still. When's your next live stream? No idea, but seeing as it's a lockdown, we can do one soon. Ow, I did quite a few during the original lockdown. So, we can do another one. Your hair has grown so much, Emma. Thank you. Like I said, I'm gonna chop probably most of it off, donate it, I'm probably gonna have a bob, then I'm gonna bleach it. I'm gonna dye it pink. Well, I was going to in January, and now we're in another lockdown. Snow. Wait, we need a hoe update. Lockdown, babes. I'm on pause because I need to calm down. Right. Thank you. You look like Anya Taylor-Joy. Thank you. By TikTok hair transition. Basically, I feel really called out by all of his TikToks because I'm like, I don't want to do that. Right. Thank you very, very, very much for joining me tonight. I will definitely do another live stream soon because we've got nothing else to do, at least in the UK with our lockdowns. I feel very jealous of you in Australia and New Zealand who've had less issues than us because you have a grown-up government. Love the fact that you can't leave. It's just you lot, it's your fault. Goodbye everyone. I hope you have a nice, if you're like having the rest of your day, have a lovely rest of the day. And if it's the evening for you, I hope that you have a nice sleep. Oh my god, I had a dream earlier. This is why I've got so much energy. I had a nap, right? I dreamt I got chased by a bear. I was being chased by a bear in the stream for so long and so far. And then like, it was really strange. And then I kept dreaming that it was all Harry Styles or the last person that I was involved with pushing a pram, and it just kept changing between who it was, and I was like, this is very strange, and I'm very aware that that is my baby. I'm also being chased by a massive bear. So I hope that you don't have any dreams like that. But yes, enjoy the rest of your evenings, enjoy your days, depending where you are. Have a lovely rest of your time awake. Have a lovely rest of the time conscious. Goodbye, darlings. Goodbye. Somebody's drinking wine in brackets. That's nice. Bye, guys. If I have any dreams about bears tonight, I'm blaming you. Literally, message me if that happens. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. How the fuck do I end a live stream?